This is the Berman Method podcast featuring Dr. Jake Berman and physician assistant Jenni Berman. We are here to treat problems and not symptoms. Disclaimer, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and not to treat anyone or to give medical advice. If you are interested in any information that we are giving and would like to use this for yourself, we recommend that you contact your primary care physician or reach out to us and ask us questions about yourself specifically. Enjoy.
And we're back with the Berman Method podcast. Dr. Jake Berman here. What are you laughing about?
Oh, man.
Who are you? Introduce yourself to our wonderful listeners.
JBB, PAC.
That stands for Jenni Bear Berman, physician assistant certified. That's my lovely wife over there.
All right. We're just happy.
Because tis the season.
Tis the season.
Oh my gosh.
To be jolly.
How many more sleeps until Santa comes?
La 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 la.
Oh man, I hope everybody listening to this is having such a great time, just like we are. It is the season. Christmas is right around the corner. I hope that all of your Christmas shopping is done. Mine is.
It is? Did you do any shopping?
One of the best things, one of the best perks to Mary and Jenni is my Christmas list went from, a lot of people to just one person. Because Jenni does it all, and I only have to do it for one person. So it's the best thing ever. That's one of the best perks to being married to you.
So everybody's like, Jake, thanks so much for the awesome gift.
And I'm like, you're so welcome. I really put a lot of good thought into that.
And he has no idea what he even gave them. No idea.
All right. So today, what we wanted to talk to everybody about is pretty much our traditions and things that we do every single Christmas and what we look forward to every single Christmas. And we'll do some serious things in there too. We'll talk a little bit more about my book that is now out, The Berman Method of Golf Performance, helping golfers over the age of 60 hit the ball farther. That's actually not the right title, is it? The method proven to help you outdrive your buddies, hit shorter irons into the green, even if you're 60 plus. That's the real title.
Okay, cool.
And we also...
Both sounded good.
BermanPT.com/book if you want to pick that up. Great Christmas present. And you can be late with your Christmas presents for this one, because if you give somebody this Christmas present late, they're going to understand and they're going to really appreciate it. So even though we're only a couple days away from Christmas and my boy Bezos might not get it to you on time, buy it anyways.
Who?
Bezos? Jeff Bezos?
Who's that?
The founder of Amazon?
Oh, okay, cool. I'm like one of their biggest
supporters.
Yeah, and didn't know. So it's okay. We get Amazon boxes on the reg now, probably 2 or 3 times a day with the Christmas season being here. So cool. All right, go on.
So,
well, what else are we going to talk about?
We'll talk a little bit about Jumpstart or Kickstart.
Kickstart?
Is it Kickstart or Jumpstart?
Kickstart, new year, new you.
Yeah, it's Jenni's Bootcamp that she's been putting on. This is the second annual Kickstart for New Year's resolutions, because we know lots of people fall off the bandwagon during the holiday season, especially from Thanksgiving to Christmas, essentially Thanksgiving to New Year's, where for all intents and purposes, people just give up on exercise and trying to maintain a healthy diet and not drinking excessively and everything else, right?
Too many parties, too many events. I think the average weight gain in the U.S. through the holiday season, quote unquote, is
She's doing air quotes right now for everybody that can't see her.
Is like 12 pounds.
12 pounds.
Isn't that crazy?
From Thanksgiving to New Year's.
Essentially, yeah. I think it's actually from Halloween to New Year's.
Halloween's the beginning of the holiday season?
Well, because that's when like the pumpkin spice comes out and these 300-calorie drinks come out.
300 calorie?
Yeah.
5 or 6 or 700?
Sometimes it depends. Yeah, it could be up to that many. But yeah, so I think like when they do the research study, it's more like from Halloween or the end of October through New Year's. But still, it's crazy, especially when our clients can average a 15-pound weight loss during that period of time. Anyways,
and they have.
Yeah.
And they have. The people that started with us back in October, a lot of the people that have started with you back in October have gained or maintained significant weight loss over the past couple of weeks, months.
Right.
So they're going into January 1st on the winning side versus the vast majority of Americans. Might I even say people listening to this podcast right now are waiting until January 1st to kick it into gear.
Right. Which is okay if that's, when you're ready to get started. But we always recommend getting started ahead of time and winning through the holiday season. But anyways.
Even better, instead of getting started, never quitting.
That's true.
Did you guys know, Jenny, did you know that it requires exponentially more energy to get started than it does to keep going?
I did know that. And I actually heard something this morning on my Peloton ride. They said consistency. That means you push through the hard parts to stay consistent. To be consistent means you don't stop, right? Which means you have to push through the hard parts. I liked it. I know. He's looking at me like, okay. But I liked it.
I like it too.
Okay.
Because it's really easy to quit.
It is when it's hard. It's easy to quit when it's hard.
Yes.
And you don't have to be perfect all the time. You just need progress. And as we've talked about, progress is always moving one step forward.
I guess said in other words, instead of trying to be perfect all the time, which is unsustainable, right?
Correct.
You're not perfect all the time.
Absolutely not.
I'm not even close to perfect all the time in regards to diet. I'm perfect with everything else, but...
Mm-hmm. You're really good at a lot of things, though.
And back to seriousness, though, perfection and striving to be perfect all the time with your diet, especially through the holiday season, it is not sustainable. Things happen. Holiday parties occur. Christmas cookies are around. What is it? What's my favorite one called?
A lot of people have different names for it, but we call it the peanut butter surprise.
Peanut butter surprise. It's a peanut butter cookie with a Hershey Kiss pushed into it.
Yeah. Or the Reese's cup pushed into it.
Or the Reese's cup pushed into it.
Yeah.
So it's just not sustainable. So we try to strive for a minimum of an 80-20 rule. At least I strive for that, where 80% of the time I'm doing pretty damn good. And then 20% of the time I'm just going hard in the paint through the holiday season. I'm getting another look. I just like, that's your year round.
Yeah, that's why your weight sustains, because we work really hard. Well, I shouldn't include me in this. You work pretty hard during the week. You're good on your meal plan during the week most of the time, but the weekends, whew.
Hard in the paint, baby.
But really, it's all about balance. And that's something that we teach all of our clients, and we live that ourselves. We preach what we
practice.
We practice what we preach. So it's about lifestyle balance. And you're going to have the Christmas parties. You're going to have the holiday events. You're going to have, something come up in January where you have to go to a party. And it's just going to be all about balance. You don't have to be perfect 100% of the time to still lose weight, heal your gut, do all the things, all the positive things.
Right. And to come back full circle to why we're talking about this in the first place, because KICKSTART, right? Mm-hmm. KICKSTART is starting first week of January, and it is a 6-week or 8-week?
6 week.
It's a 6-week boot camp where you're handing them a success platform, essentially, where you're essentially handing over the keys to the kingdom and saying, if you just do exactly what I'm telling you to do for 6 weeks, you could on average, people are getting what kind of weight loss after 6 weeks from Kickstart?
Right around 8 to 10 pounds. So majority 10, some on the lower end of that 8, but it's going to average right in that 8 to 10 pound range in 6 weeks.
That's insane.
So it's great. It's great. And it's sustainable weight loss. You know, we don't want to lose 20 pounds that you turn around and you're going to gain the weight right back. So it's 8 to 10 pounds. I'm going to say 10 because that's more of the average, but 10 pounds sustainable weight loss with living a balanced lifestyle. So it's not, you know, products that you have to, it's not going to be prepackaged bars and shakes that you have to live off of. This is all meals that you can make at home, balanced lifestyle. You can still go out with your friends and family to eat meals. It's awesome. So let me explain what it is. We haven't even talked about it.
No, let's talk about it next week. Let's get back to just Christmas and having fun and why do we like this time of year? We can tell people, because nobody wants to talk about exercise right now. We're a couple of days away from Christmas.
It's not just exercise. It's healthy eating.
Nobody wants to talk about that right now either.
All right, fine. So next week, we're going to talk about how you can lose 10 pounds in 6 weeks with our Kickstart program.
You're welcome, listeners.
So now Christmas.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's so close.
Christmas. What's one of your favorite things about Christmas?
My family.
Okay.
Is that
sure?
Is that a good answer?
Yeah, sure.
We've always done, Christmas has always been huge in our family. When I was younger, every other year, we would drive to Kansas City for Christmas to spend Christmas with our extended family. So all my aunts and uncles and cousins. And then every other year we would stay at home. But regardless, it was always a big deal, very family oriented. It's fun. And now it's growing even more because we have all these little children.
Yeah, a lot of nieces and nephews and even our own kid, Stella, joining the party. She should have a lot more fun this Christmas. Mm-hmm. She better do a better job opening her damn presents.
Yeah. Yeah, she probably will. She'll be into everything.
Yeah. One of my favorite things is not quite as sentimental as what you said there is Bruce Springsteen's holiday radio on Pandora. Shout out to Pandora. But that's one of the things I look forward to every year because when I hear that station, of course, it's pretty much the same songs that play almost in the same order every single time, which is essentially every single Christmas station that you listen to. But when I hear that one, it reminds me that, oh, it is Christmas time. It is time for the peanut butter surprise cookies. It is time for what's your dad's go-to drink?
The toasted almonds.
It's time for toasted almonds. Mm-hmm. And we're usually in Jacksonville. And it's usually cooler up there than it is down in Naples. So it's time for a fire. Mm-hmm. So those are things that I look forward to every single Christmas is it's time to put on Bruce Springsteen's holiday radio. Now, since we're talking about this station, it's not okay to start playing this station the day after Halloween.
That's true. We wait until Thanksgiving.
We do?
Yeah. Most of the time I do. Okay, sometimes it might be a little early. Well, it's just like, our typical routine. We go on a road trip deer hunting, and then when we get back from that, it's like boom, 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 holiday. So sometimes on the way home, we just have to listen to one or two songs.
And I'm just going there. Jenny, it hasn't even been Thanksgiving yet.
We're just really excited. It's just so much family. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
One of the cool things that you guys do for the kids is, so Jenny's parents' house is a 2-story and the kids sleep upstairs and they can walk out to this hallway that essentially overlooks the Christmas tree and all the presents and everything. And hopefully there's no kids listening to this, right?
Don't. Yes.
There are kids listening?
Yes.
Okay, so when Santa comes in the middle of the night, there's magically way more presents than there were when the kids went to sleep on Christmas Eve. And the cool thing about Santa's presents, which I never experienced before you, is that Santa's presents are not wrapped.
That's right. Because Santa can choose who he wants to wrap his presents for and who he doesn't. But in our house, Santa didn't wrap presents.
Yeah.
So all the wrapped presents were from mom or dad or friends, other family. And then the Santa presents were out, plain sight, unwrapped there Christmas morning. And it's just so exciting. But so growing up, my sister and I had rooms on opposite side of this balcony. But on Christmas Eve night, we slept in the same room together so that we would go straight from our room downstairs to our parents' room without going to look over the balcony. And we were very trustworthy. We never peeked over the balcony. We didn't.
Not one time.
No, we were very good.
Really?
I promise.
Would Nikki say the same thing?
Yes, she would. And my parents had a rule that we had to wait to go out there until they were up and in the living room. And if you know my dad,
John time.
Hey, Dad. We love you. Okay. But yes, he's on John time, which if no one knows what that means, it's super slow usually. No offense, Dad. So we would have to wait for him to get up, go in the living room, get his video camera ready, and then we could go out and see Santa's presents. But it was really fun.
Yeah, so it really was a twist on everything that I had experienced growing up, where it does take it to the next level as far as excitement goes versus just seeing a bunch of presents under the Christmas tree all wrapped and not knowing which ones are from Santa or not, because it makes sense now. But how are really young kids who can't read supposed to be able to read the little tag on there and see, oh, this one's from Santa, I'm going to be more excited about this one, versus young kids who can't read? It's really easy for them to see an unwrapped present and know this one's from Santa.
Right.
So very cool. So those are some of our really exciting moments for this season. Anything else?
Well, and we do different than a lot of families too. We do Christmas Eve dinner and not Christmas Day dinner. So we do Christmas Eve dinner. My mom cooks a big, what is it called? What's it called?
It's called Delicious.
Okay, anyways. But we cook a lot of good food together. And then my mom gives us all matching pajamas for all the girls, and the grandkids get all matching pajamas to wear Christmas Eve night. And then the next morning, everybody comes back to mom's house. We make a big Christmas brunch because by the time we eat it, it's pretty late, but like breakfast with our matching pajamas and open presents together. And it's just so fun. But now that we're older, everybody disperses after that. It's kind of sad.
It's not sad. It's just different.
Yeah.
Times change.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's prime rib that Jenny's mom makes every single Christmas Eve. It's 2 giant prime ribs that are just delicious. Because there's a ton of people every single Christmas Eve dinner, 20 plus, sometimes close to 30, that she's trying to feed. So it's a massive dinner. It's a massive undertaking. 2 days prepping for this, at least. Start cooking 2 days before Christmas Eve. And then the day of Christmas Eve is just cooking nonstop. The house is 117 degrees all damn day long. Luckily, my brother-in-law's in town, and we get to sneak away and go hit some balls around the golf course. Most of the time.
With your Berman Method book?
With my Berman Method Strategy. Or my Berman Method. Yeah. So a lot of good things, and we really appreciate everybody listening to this podcast. We're grateful to be spending it with you, or you to be spending it with us this time of year. We hope that everybody has a very happy and safe holiday season. Christmas, New Year's.
Hanukkah,
yes. And next week, we will go into more detail about getting back to work because nobody wants to talk about work this week. Santa's coming in a couple nights, but next week, we're going to talk about getting back to work. So pay attention to that. The Kickstart program is amazing. Get my book, The Berman Method of Golf Performance. Make it a late Christmas present. And what else?
Look out your emails for more information about the Kickstart program prior to next week if you're interested.
Which you should be.
Yes.
Especially if you are like the average of Americans that gained 12 pounds in the past few weeks.
Or not even looking to lose weight, but just to improve your gut health, because that's part of it as well.
Good.
So,
all right. That was fun. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a great rest of your day today. Get super duper excited for Santa to be coming in a couple of nights. No peeking over the railings. Anything else?
Merry Christmas.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Ciao for now. Thank you for subscribing on your social media and podcast platforms to the Berman Method. Dr. Jake Berman with Berman Physical Therapy and Jenni Berman, Physician Assistant with Berman Health and Wellness. You can find more information on our website, www.bermanpt.com for physical therapy, bermanpt.com/wellness for the health and wellness. You can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and on your podcast platform. So be sure to follow us, like us, subscribe to us. And if you would like any further information, definitely visit our website and reach out to us. You may also find our free reports on the websites as well, where you can download this free information for yourself. Have a great day.